Tonight, 5 Democratic presidential candidates are pledging to spend more money on health care.
What would you do for the millions of caregivers who provide home care services for a relative without payment?
Biden, Clinton, Dodd, Edwards, and Richardson answered questions during an AARP forum in Davenport tonight. Each candidate says they will protect Social Security, revamp Medicare's prescription drug program, and expand home health care programs. News Channel 8's Courtney Brennan is live from the forum with our America-based coverage.
Hi, Vanessa. At certain points tonight, the candidates did try to differentiate themselves from one another, but all in all, they presented a united front, taking time out at certain points in the forum to compliment one another on each other's policies and ideas.
I heard just about everything that we've been hearing before from all the candidates.
Some Iowans filtering out of the forum this evening said they would feel confident if any of the 5 presidential candidates tonight were elected because their platforms seem so alike.
I think their health care proposal is actually a very good health care proposal. It's very similar to mine, so it's very hard for me to be critical of it.
The candidates did differ on how to pay for many of the reforms and ideas they put forth. Governor Bill Richardson talked about helping out folks who care for their elderly at home through federal caregiver credit.
Well, that was kind of an interesting issue regarding, paying people to take care of their loved ones. That's kind of an interesting theory.
Medicare and universal health care were also addressed at the beginning of the forum. Senator Joe Biden said certain states are moving towards insuring all their residents, and that helps build consensus, but the issue should be dealt with on a national level.
Health care is very important to me because I'm going to retire at an early age where I can't have Medicare, so I have about a 5-year gap before I can collect.
All the candidates said they would not change the early retirement age of 62. All 5 also said no to a single-payer healthcare system, and there was great consensus tonight among all the candidates to get control of the country's deficit.
I think that if they regain that, they can stabilize a lot of the other items they talked about tonight.
Even though the candidates do differ on certain issues like how to sustain a long-term Social Security plan for this nation, Senator Hillary Clinton did say tonight that there is a unanimous commitment within the Democratic Party for reform. Reporting live in Davenport, Courtney Brennan, WQAD News Channel 8.
All right, thank you very much, Courtney. While voters were filing in to listen to the candidates' views about health care, they heard a lot of cheers and shouting. News Channel 8's Pam Cunningham found out what all the noise was about.
This megaphone isn't for a football game. It's to cheer on her favorite presidential candidate, and she isn't alone.
I'm very surprised. I parked about a block and a half away, and I immediately heard the cheering.
Hillary Clinton volunteers say they go through this trouble to get involved.
I used to do it too, sit back and just let everybody else decide who's going to run my country. And we can't do that anymore.
Raina Davis came from Des Moines to show her passion and support for Joe Biden.
What qualifies me is how much I love Joe, because I know he's going to be the next president.
But why all the noise?
We have to yell and we have to scream so that people look at the issues. Because once they see his name and once they look at the issues, they're going to see that he's the most qualified leader we've got.
Let's go, Joe!
And all this excitement and passion on this side of the street, make it all the way over to this side?
Not likely.
While the cheering won't affect voters' decisions, they appreciate the enthusiasm.
It just shows their spirit and that they're into something involved. I think that's a good thing.
But this kicks butt. This is just so sweet to see that people are enthused.
But not everyone will join in.
I don't know if I'll be cheering. It's kind of more fun to watch.
And those who did join in admit it takes a special person to put on a sign and scream at the top of your lungs.
Well, I guess I'm a political nerd, basically.
In Davenport, Pam Cunningham, WQAD News Channel 8.
Not all the campaigns had supporters out there on the street. The most prominent that we saw, Edwards, Clinton, and Biden.